Hi, this is Angelique Andrae with Human Places LLC and Weikert Realtors, and this video is to talk about the home inspection process as part of the home buying process. And so once we've made an offer on the house that we want to buy, one of the elements of that offer is usually having a home inspection. And here I'm just talking about the typical home inspection, not the septic and all of that, but just your typical home inspection. And a few different reasons for having a home inspection. One, you want to figure out, is there anything, are there any real defects in the house that I just made an offer on that I really need to be aware of that, you know, potentially are so bad that I no longer want to buy this house, or that we can negotiate a fix on with the owner before I take possession of this house. And secondly, just to be informed and educated about the home that you're buying. And that might actually be number one. I think that is so important. You find out so much information in that home inspection process. With a good home inspector, you're finding out, where are all of your water shutoffs and where is your electric panel and how do you turn all the electric off at the same time, and uh, which outlets on the walls are attached to the light switches, and so there's a lot of information that you find out walking through that house. You want to make sure that you give yourself enough time for the home inspection. They typically take, unless it's a very small condo, they'll typically take at least 3 hours, sometimes a lot longer, depending on the size of the house. So allow yourself enough time to be able to fully be present for that process. It is very important. And right now, we're in this COVID time period right now. A lot of home inspectors aren't allowing anybody to be present with them for the process, and they're doing it virtually. So they'll guide you through the home, in like a Zoom kind of way, or they'll video themselves going through the home and pointing things out, and then they'll go over it with you over the phone. So, but then you have a video of it, which is also great to have to refer back to later. But regardless, you really want to make sure that you're allowing yourself the time to pay attention to that home inspection, because you will learn a lot from the process. So I think personally, that's the most value that you get out of that home inspection. So, but beyond that, we're going to take that home inspection and see if there are things that come out of it that we need to negotiate with the seller of the home. Now, when you made your offer on the home, I'd like to remind everybody that if you made an offer for $475,000 on a home that's 40 years old, and you walked through the home, and you could see pretty clearly when you walked through the home that the hot water heater was 10 years old, and that certain things needed some updating. The windows aren't brand new, and nobody's hiding that. And we knew when we made the offer that the roof hadn't been replaced in quite some time. Then all of that was taken into consideration when we made the offer on the house. So the things that we're going to negotiate are things that come up in the home inspection that we didn't know when we made that offer. So, maybe there was a leak inside a wall, or certain outlets aren't working, or the garbage disposal isn't working, or there was air conditioning when we walked through, but the air conditioning isn't coming on now. those are things that we would want to say to the seller. Okay, we weren't aware that these things were deficient when we made our offer, and so we would like them replaced or fixed, or we want some kind of compensation in lieu of that as part of this home inspection contingency. So that's how we would negotiate those items. The home inspector is going to educate you on every part of your home. So he's going to go through and he's going to try and open every window and test all the locks on the windows, and he's going to point out and put in his report, if something's a window's a little hard to open, or a door scraping on the floor, or but all of those things aren't necessarily things that we're going to try to negotiate with the seller. Some of those things, like I said, we already knew going in that was sort of part of the offer price already. So, but we'll sit down and talk about each one of the items that came up in the inspection and what we need to negotiate with the seller and what's reasonable. So that's kind of how the home inspection process works and the negotiations following. And if you have any questions about that, I would love to talk to you about it. I've got several wonderful home inspectors that I love to work with. But my number is 703-501-6935. Give me a call anytime.